Bleacher report, 2 different articles, 1 week apart, both list Dillon Brooks under NBA most overrated players. But why is this? A quick comparison reveals Andy Bailey's article relying on metrics such as the duration a player gets on the floor, contract offered, and the presence of a general public sentiment that disagrees with the numbers, while Grant Hughes' article assesses a player's actual production, value, and worth against their perceived production, value, and worth. Both authors acknowledge ranking players as overrated is subjective or relative, because an overrated player to me can be a properly rated player to you, plus the ranking significantly factors age, and most of the players included have sufficient time to improve. With that logic in mind, Dillon Brooks is the number 1 overrated player in Andy Bailey's article because of the 4-year, $86 million contract awarded to him by the Rockets. Andy deems it as a hefty price to pay for perhaps the worst volume shooter in the NBA, as Brooks' stats over the last 5 years affirm he's dead last in effective field goal percentage among players with at least as many shot attempts, an inaccuracy that has not made him bashful. Grant Hughes believes Brooks would have not landed under his overrated list if he had signed a contract for the mid-level exception or less after his rushed dismissal from the Grizzlies. However, the Rockets qualified him to the list as it outbid everyone in handing the defense first 27-year-old a 4-year deal that is roughly $90 million with incentives. For Hughes, that is a high amount for a player with the lowest box plus-minus of any player that logged approximately 2,000 minutes last season. Brooks' value exhibits on defense, as his contributions on that end have infrequently negated the damage he does offensively, a sentiment seconded by Bailey, who cites Brooks as 53rd in usage percentage among 388 players with roughly 2,500 minutes, as a quarter of the Grizzlies' possessions with Brooks on the floor ended with a shot, turnover, or a trip to the line for one of the game's worst shooters. Such level of offensive effectiveness is hard to deal with at any position, but it's specifically bruising on the wing, where most franchises expect to secure a relatively efficient scoring. Hughes essentially thinks that all the counterproductive bluster and bear poking that flopped over the past years does not align with the quality starter money awarded by the Rockets to a player who, according to the Grizzlies and statistically, handling of his free agency does more harm than good. However, Bailey concludes with some solace for the veteran, as he believes Brooks' overconfidence and flaws may shine a little brighter on a rebuilding team like Houston Rockets. Let me know your thoughts on this, and remember to subscribe. Until next time.
Now 7 years later, stuff comes full circle.